The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or NHTSA, says, quote, motorists in all 50 states have killed or injured other motorists for seemingly trivial reasons. According to a poll by Gallup, CNN, and USA Today, 34% of Americans always or usually get angry during traffic jams caused by construction. Road rage is a violent and unpredictable phenomenon, but it can be understood and avoided. In this speech, I'll describe a little of the history of road rage, some of the causes, and how it can be prevented. Road rage is a serious and increasing problem in the U.S. It's defined by the NHTSA as, quote, an assault with a motor vehicle or other dangerous weapon by the operator or passenger of another motor vehicle, or an assault precipitated by an incident that occurred on a roadway. Road rage is differentiated from aggressive driving, which is the disobedience of traffic laws without regard for safety. Aggressive driving is typically processed as a traffic violation, while acts of road rage are tried as misdemeanors or felonies, depending on their severity. Road rage is characterized by episodes of willful violence and retaliation of perceived acts of aggression. Examples include government reports of a woman in Mississippi who forced another woman off the road in the 1990s, a bookkeeper in Massachusetts who killed another driver with a crossbow he kept in his trunk in 1994, and actor Jack Nicholson, who that same year took his golf club and shattered the windshield of a driver who had cut him off. The incidence of road rage has been steadily increasing since its christening. It's still a relatively recent phenomenon. The AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety was started in 1947 to decrease automobile accidents through public education. But Phrases.org and other sources suggest that the term road rage was coined in Florida around 1988. Since then, accidents and attacks on the road have increased year by year. The AAA Foundation reports that from 1990 to 1995, the number of incidents of people using their cars to attack police officers or police cars increased from 22 to 45, resulting in a total death count of 48 officers. Reported acts of aggressive driving in America increased from 1,129 in 1990 to 1,201 in 1996. The NHTSA states that between 1990 and 1997, nearly 13,000 people were killed or injured in acts of road rage. The study of road rage and aggressive driving has revealed potential causes. Although acts of road rage are typically sparked by something trivial, the deeper causes are often anything but. Road rage can happen to anyone. According to the Gallup poll I mentioned previously, 24% of Americans usually get angry during construction-related traffic jams, and 10% admit that they always do. The Iowa Department of Transportation states, quote, persons who exhibit aggressive behaviors cross all age, race, socioeconomic, and gender lines. Even persons who are usually mild-mannered can blow their top behind the wheel. These persons may only become mad when they're on the road. AAA suggests that the tension we feel when operating an automobile is greater than we realize or admit. Other external stressors can include traffic jams, loud music or other noise, and temperature extremes. But we may also face internal stressors such as running late, mental health problems, or problems at home. The most intriguing element of this phenomenon is that the alleged provocations for acts of road violence are often very minor. Justifications include the other driver driving slowly in the passing lane, honking his horn, cutting people off, changing lanes or turning without signaling, and approaching with high beams on or flashing their high beams. The Mayo Clinic suggests that acts of road rage may be symptomatic of a deeper psychological problem called intermittent explosive disorder, or IED. The main contributing factor seems to be frequent early exposure to violent outbursts in childhood. This may be a learned behavior, or it could be that a genetic disorder that causes the parents to exhibit these behaviors may be passed down to the child. However, these people are not typically described as mild-mannered in their other non-driving situations. Other people typically describe them as, quote, always being angry. They demonstrate a higher incidence of suspensions, terminations, divorces, and arrests. There's clearly something about driving a car that does not affect us the rest of the day. Road rage is explosive and unpredictable, but it doesn't have to catch you unprepared. It can be prevented. An NHTSA survey of drivers demonstrated significant public interest in legislation to reduce incidents of road rage. The poll revealed public support of various measures by the Department of Transportation and Highway Patrol, including increased photographic enforcement and increased public awareness. The NHTSA has appointed 2 task forces to decrease the frequency of road rage. The Rub Out Aggressive Driving ROAD team in Marion, Indiana, and We've Got Your Number, a program developed by the Tucson, Arizona Police Department. These and other authorities simply advise courtesy and conscientiousness on the road. Be aware of your ability to enrage other drivers. Stay out of the left lane unless you're passing someone. Don't tailgate or flash your high beams. Signal before turning or changing lanes, giving drivers around you advance notice. Don't cut people off. Don't pull out in front of anyone going faster than you, or pull out too close to anyone behind you. And never get out of your car unless there are plenty of people around. And seriously, don't cruise in the left lane. It's a law in like 21 states. If you have a tendency to become angry while driving, remember these tips. Drive defensively. Don't assume that another person's poor driving is intended as an action against you. Allow yourself to be passed. Strive to detach yourself from internal stressors while you're operating a vehicle. Don't allow them to influence your driving or your opinions of other drivers. If you're generally angry in daily life, the Mayo Clinic suggests you ask your doctor if you may have IED, which is treatable. Drugs such as antidepressants and anxiolytics can be helpful, although most patients respond well to group therapy. Episodes of road rage are responsible for thousands of deaths each year and is increasing annually. It's therefore imperative that we study this condition as to its causes and to educate the public on its prevention. This rage is often sparked by seemingly inconsequential incidents, but despite their triviality, they are avoidable. I mean, come on! There's a slow lane and a passing lane. If you're passing, go into the slow lane when you're done. Don't be driving, getting in people's way. Thank you.
At the end.